Hello. Which one of these two sets, in your opinion, has the greater value? For me, it's this one. Hi, and welcome back. It is Thrawn's Revenge here with another video, and today we're going to be looking at some 18 plus sets, and some of my thoughts about the 18 plus sets. We're going to start off with the two that I own. I have right here the Probe Droid and the TIE Fighter helmet bust. So, these two sets are priced at the same price. The helmet is about 700 pieces at $60-ish, $60, $70. The Probe Droid is less pieces, I think it's closer to the 600 mark, and is the same price. In my opinion, between these two sets, I feel that the Probe Droid has more value. And not because of, price points and piece counts and all that stuff. I'm just talking about it as a physical item, not including price. So for both of these sets, I got them during the pandemic as a gift from my brother, who is awesome, who was very nice to get both of these for me. And I have built both of them on my own, and I enjoyed building both of them. But when I put them on display, I get more satisfaction out of the Probe Droid. I feel there's a couple of reasons for this. Reason one, I feel when I look at the Probe Droid demands my attention more. A lot of the helmet busts, although I think there are really good sets, there's not much you can really do with them other than look at them. They are mostly a piece to be put on a shelf and not thought about again. The Probe Droid, although I can also put it on a shelf and not think about it, it has bits. It has things and stuff. The head moves, the arms move, it has this nice display stand that contrasts with the main body of the Probe Droid itself. And if we look at a bunch of the other 18 plus sets, I think there are some positives and negatives about them. The positive, I think, is that a lot of the 18 plus sets that I'm going to be talking about are under the $100 price point. So, for example, if we think about the new diorama sets, those are all under the $100 price point. And they are designed for 18 and over, mostly adults. An adult is going to buy this. A kid is not going to buy this. There's not much here for a kid, right? But, in the other hand, right, one of the reasons I think that this is a better set is because there are things you can interact with. I think part of the thing that LEGO does really well in some of their sets is interactivity. Being able to take the set and do stuff with it, right? Like, the fact that I can just do this is already pretty interactive compared to this guy, right? I build this, it stays like this, that's it. With this, there are bits and pieces, it moves, it feels like you can interact with it. It's not meant for play, sure, but I can do stuff with it, right? I think some of the display sets, the new ones that have been released this year, have some of the similar problems, right? The Dagobah set and the Trench Run set are just static pieces. They sit there, they look nice, that's it. It is why, in my opinion, out of the three, the Trash Compactor is the best one. It has interactivity. That bit of interactivity. Like, sure, you're probably not going to use the interactivity that much, but its interactivity gives it a value higher than the rest. Not talking about the price points. Yes, the price points are terrible, it's not enough pieces, all that blah 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 blah. I'm talking about just the model itself. Because of that, I think the Trash Compactor, in my opinion, is the best one. So, between these two, of course, I like this one better. Going forward, though, right, if we were to look at other options that LEGO could make as 18 plus sets, what do I think would be a positive trajectory for them? I think build more stuff. That is my opinion, of course. The helmet busts are cool, but I can't do anything with this. This sits on the shelf. It is what it is, right? I can do stuff with this. I want more things. I want more small vehicles. I want more droids, maybe blasters, maybe more large-scale lightsabers, more dioramas that are able to move and that I can interact with. I don't want static display pieces. I think for the UCS sets, the static display piece is good, because if you're spending more than $100, right? The UCS Slave 1 was at $200, the Star Destroyer is at $700. The point of them isn't to interact. The point of them is it has a presence due to size, right? Or at least in my opinion, it has presence due to size. So what are some examples of other kind of things they could make? Let's go through some of them. IG-88. I think the IG-88 droids are a really unusual model. And I think a really cool bust that LEGO could do would be an IG-88 bust where you could rotate the head with the different rings. You could easily make $70, $80 head bust like this. Most of the center would be hollow, and you could rotate the heads with cranks on the back. That could be really, really cool, because it is both a bust, as in you could put it on a shelf and it's a display piece, but it could also have interactivity. An example, right, would be something like this. This was posted on Reddit. I didn't really check who the user was, but it's really cool. They're really small, right? Imagine that, but bigger, with mechanisms in it to have the head rotate, or to have the discs of the head rotate, right? Because there's like the two discs with the ocular implants. Another would be a droidica, a UCS droidica, similar to this that I found online, with maybe a display similar to this with a smaller droidica on the side with the plaque on it, right? And maybe that droidica can roll up, or maybe it has an active feature where you press it and it unrolls itself. Kind of similar to the Technic sets that we had in the 2000s of the B1 droid, the B2 droid, the Pit droid, you know, all that kind of stuff. The droidica as well, there was one of that too. But instead of making it in Technic, make it in the LEGO system. That, I think, would be so cool and so interesting. I would buy that. I am not a Clone Wars fan. I would still buy that. Another example would be an ATRT. We've had ATRTs in many different scales. We've had the smaller ones from the Juggernaut. We've had the larger one from the Battle Pack, which recently. What about a UCS-style ATRT, right? Something similar to this. You could, again, have it with the display, have it with the plaque and everything, and then maybe a minifig-scaled ATRT right next to it. That would be really cool. Maybe there's a thing on the back that swivels the head around, or there's some compartments in it that you can open and close. There's a blaster in there or something. You know, something to I feel things are better than busts, and in terms of the dioramas, I want to play with it. Not literally play, but I want to have some interactive features. It's why I think a lot of the more expensive UCS sets tend to be better, in my opinion, because they have interactivity, right? The Slave 1 has a lot of interactivity. You can open the cockpit, you can the little fins on the sides move, it has the panels with the rockets and stuff, it has the guns that swivel back and forth. That's all interactive. The Star Destroyer, not very interactive, but it is also a massive set. The AT-AT, also very interactive set. The legs move, there's compartments on the inside, you can put a bunch of minifigs in it. The head rotates, the guns go back and forth. It commands presence, right? You look at it and it has awe because of its size, and then it is also partially interactive. I want LEGO to make more 18 plus sets in the $100 and under range that have interactivity, because not everyone wants this. But I've seen more people, in my opinion, who I've shown this, and they're like, this is cool. This is the head move, the arms move, it is more interesting visually and, you know, in its mechanics and stuff. I feel that is really cool. So, yeah, that's kind of the video I have today. I've been working on droids. I've been building a bunch of droids. Here's some of the droids I've been working on. Twitch streams, as always. I'll be streaming today at about 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on my Twitch. If you're interested, come check it out. I'll be building the Manta droid. And then a new video on Monday, as always. It'll probably be a speed time-lapse build of some more droids. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.